What's going on, guys? Halloween is over and Christmas seems to have come early because we got a bunch of trailers and a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's get it started. What's going on, all you geekers and you beer drinkers? This is Geekin Drinkin. I almost forgot our name, but I'm Eddie.
I'm Steven.
And welcome to episode 61. Yeah, 61. I believe so.
You should have just said, I'm Boba, I'm Phoenix.
Yeah, so episode, again, 61. Yes, 61. And like I said...
Wait. Can we confirm that? Yeah, 61.
Yeah, they gotta check out our producer backstage. You can't see him. He's off camera. There's nobody there.
There's no way, because I'm producing right here.
Yeah. We produce as we go.
We do our own shit.
Yeah, Mom. I don't know. But thank you guys for joining us again. For, like I said, episode 61. If you have not checked out our last episode, which is our Halloween episode, we had Matthew join us. We talked about Halloween Kills and how that movie killed my love for a Halloween franchise because.
And for Michael Myers.
And Michael Myers, yeah. Anyway, watch that episode and you'll see all about it. But I think it was a fun episode, and we got our normal viewage, but it'll be cool if you guys would share that and get those numbers up because it'll mean the world to us. Also, if you guys aren't aware, we are on Spotify and the Anchor app.
And apparently we are on Apple Podcasts. You were correct. I double checked it, and it seems to be updated with all our current episodes. So we are on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah. So I mean, go on there, and if you don't like to watch us, you can listen to us. Driving, working out. I listen to podcasts personally a lot when I'm driving and while I'm at work. It really helps me pass those the time on those 10-hour shifts overnight. So and every time too. I'm not gonna lie. When I run out of all my episodes of podcasts to listen to, I may download a few Geekin Drinkin episodes just to be like,
ew.
Actually, no, we're actually pretty good. A couple of times I'm listening, I'm like, these guys are funny. What's this? No. But yeah, I mean, it's for research purposes. But I mean, yeah, like I say, that's how I pass my time at work, listen to podcasts, and so I think we have a good. Not only do we have a, good conversation, but I'm going to be bragging a little bit. I think we have a pretty good audio. There are some podcasts out there, and granted, I know some of them do their episodes like via Zoom or Skype, so I guess that may be part of the problem, but I think we have pretty dynamite audio. Like, our mics are pretty legit, yo. Pretty legit.
Got our Metallica mics. Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, download us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You could download the Anchor app if you don't have the other two. But I think podcasts are free to listen to on Spotify. So, like I said, check us out there. But like I say, we would really appreciate it if you guys would share it with your fellow, geekers and people who like to drink craft beers because that's what we're all about in this show. We don't do it for the hype. We do it mainly for ourselves, but it's cool to get people to watch it, we like to do this because it's fun for us, but, it'll also be cool people to watch, it'll be kind of cool.
It'll be kind of cool. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. And we have actually met, really cool people doing this podcast. You know what? Before we get into that, we got some beer.
Yes, we do.
And
some beer.
Little background. I just got back from Houston. Not just got back. I got back the day before Halloween at the time it's recording. Got back a couple of days ago. And my first time in Houston. I could tell.
First time that he remembers.
Yeah. First time you could tell. Buffalo Bayou got me a nice shirt. Finally visited the brewery. It's pretty awesome. I visited a lot of breweries. And one of the breweries I visited was Eureka Heights Brewing Co. And I was really surprised to find out that they're the brewery and everything is kind of really heavily themed around Star Wars. It's pretty cool. So I went ahead.
And that's like our thing.
Yeah. So
I mean, we got Darth Vader over here, but off the screen you can't see. I got this big old Star Wars that has all
the movies.
The movies, all 9 movies from the originals to the prequels to the we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let you reach your hand in there. Just grab one. There's 2 different types of beers, and whatever you grab, I'll grab the opposite one. Nice.
All right.
So like I said, from Eureka Heights Brewery, they are in Houston, Texas. I like, again, look at these cans. I mean, look at these. Like, I don't know, just like they have a feel of Star Wars, you know, like kind of. There you go. You know, and then you got Stevens. So Steven is drinking the That's No Moon. If you remember Star Wars Episode 4, The New Hope, that's one of the. But Obi-Wan Kenobi says that, right? That's no moon because it's a Death Star.
Well, he doesn't say it like that. He's more like, that's no moon.
And you know, yours is a
what is mine? Mine is a Milkshake IPA with lactose and strawberry.
That one's coming in at 7.1.
Strawberry.
Yeah, 7.1.
7.1, dang.
And I got, it's a Trappist. It's a Belgian style pale ale coming in at 5.3. I have not had either of these. I forgot which one I got when I went to the brewery. I wish I remember.
All right, let's pour these damn things.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I got there and I was like, oh my God. And so I ordered a beer. I for life I can't remember what it was that I got. Like, I had a lot of beer that weekend, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Houston has a shitload of breweries. And also too, like, I forgot too that one of the first breweries that me and you got into was Karbach before they got sold out. Sellouts. And so yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, Karbach's from here, and I was like, oh, St. Arnold's from here too, and then like, you know,
that's another one I got into before.
Yeah. And actually, I drove by there, but I didn't stop at St. Arnold.
Is it big?
It's pretty big, yeah. But it looks more like a brewery, not like, you know, like a tap room type. I'm pretty sure they do have a tap room, but like when you pass by, it looks more like a.
What did you see the building, or did you see the other side of it too? Because they have two sides. There's the original side of it, which, you know, the red brick building where they brew the beer, the old tap room's in there, and then they have the new side, which is like the restaurant.
Okay, I think I probably saw the old one then, because I was driving along the highway when I saw, like, oh look, there's St. Arnold. So yeah, it was like red brick, and you can see the painted on the side, and you can see all the brewing thing going on in there. So, but yeah, I did not stop. But yes, so cheers. Yours looks milky.
It's like grapefruit. I don't taste no strawberry. It really tastes grapefruit.
Mine is a Belgian style. So I think every time I hear Belgian style, I think a lot of like Blue Moon, Shock Top, you know, like that. Remember Shiner White Wing? Remember that one?
That one's so good.
That one was like a Belgian style type of beer. So I think it's mostly kind of like that type of beer, but this is a pale ale. You can taste that again that I guess that wheat. I don't know what kind of that style. I guess you could just taste it. But yeah, you know, it just, you know, it is a pale ale.
Do me a favor real quick. Hand me that bag real quick.
It's pretty good.
So last time I was in Houston too, our friend Mike down over in Houston gave us some pretty cool stuff, and I see you have the
oh yeah,
the
Blood In Blood Out.
Blood In Blood Out thing over there, and we got some ones over here. He gave us this one, and it's got Mandalorian on there, like cleaning El Mandalorian.
Cleaning Lady Mandalorian.
Yeah. And then, oh man, I wish you would have had this one up, but this has got Freddy, Jason, and Michael Myers on there, so that's pretty cool. And then he gives us a whole bunch of stickers too, so that's really awesome.
Yeah, the stickers are pretty cool. I want to put that one on my cup though, with this one, the beer, the heart, and the rock, the devil horns.
I want to rock. So, sorry guys, we're being a little lame today, but So,
Yeah,
anyways, talk about your trip a little bit. You know, your first time you were in Houston. Well, first time that you remember. I know you've been there before.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, lemony.
It smells like what's that cleaning product? Pledge, lemon pledge.
Lemon pledge. You need to make a fabuloso one.
Yeah, man. I went for a concert, which unfortunately was canceled last minute, which I was pretty upset about. But
No, you were upset.
I was really upset about it, honestly. But made the best of it. Was there for 2.5 days, or I guess 2 full days if you whatever. But yeah, I met up with Mike. We met him through the podcast. He he was a fan. He listened to us.
He found us on the podcast. Came and visited us one day. Gave us some beer, some glasses, some stickers, and we've hit it off ever since.
Yeah. So the first day I got there, he just he drove us around. I never knew how much I wanted to see Minute Maid Stadium until I actually saw it in person. I was like, holy shit, this place is huge. I was like, ridiculously huge. So,
Es Salinas.
I think the first place that we went to was, damn it. What was it?
I don't remember that one.
No, I'm trying to think. It's a popular brewery.
It's not the one you're wearing, is it?
No. Damn it, dude. It's
Urban South, Holler.
No, it was.
Eighth Wonder.
No. I did go to Eight Wonder.
Okay.
I did go to Eight Wonder. Damn it, dude. They do. They have a beer called. Dude, it's really pissing me off. I can't think about this right now. Anyway, I'll get back to it. But yeah, so we went to that brewery. I'll look at the name in a little while. But I did go to Eight Wonder. I didn't know that Eight Wonder is named after the Astrodome, which is Astrodome is apparently one of the eight wonders of the world. I didn't see Astrodome. Apparently, it's still there. That's where.
Yeah, I didn't know it was still there.
That's where the Astros used to play.
Yeah, that's where the Astros used to play.
So it's a baseball field. Or is it?
I mean, I've only been there for Astros games when it was being utilized.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they had other stuff there, maybe like rodeos and stuff there at the time. But to be honest with you, I really don't remember. I mean, I was so young when we went.
Yeah. So.
And you were just a little wee baby.
So. Yeah, so apparently, like I said, it's Eight Wonder. After the Astrodome, like we just said, it's one of the eight wonders of the world, which is mind blowing to me.
I just want to say real quick, sorry.
Yeah.
This is pretty damn good. Again, I'm starting to taste the strawberry a little bit. It's really good. Mm-hmm. But for it being, having lactose, you can definitely tell, but I cannot taste the lactose. Not like with some of the other beers that we've had before, like especially some of the ones from Martin House.
Yeah.
You could definitely taste that milkshakey kind of I guess you can say.
Yeah.
But this one you really can. It's pretty damn good. So
Spindle Tap was the first one we went to. Spindle Tap. And they actually have a lot of hazy IPAs. A lot of hazy IPAs. I mean, I think I saw one Mexican lager, but everything else was hazy IPA, double IPA, triple IPAs, imperial IPAs, hazy IPAs. One stout or something,
and a stout.
I was all like, oof. I was like, okay. So, I think
out of all those, he was like, oof, stout. No, thank you.
Yeah, I had two of them. I had one that's called Houston Haze, and I forgot the name of the other one, but it was pretty good. It was a Thursday, and as I know right now, the Astros are still in the World Series, right?
As far as I'm aware of, yeah.
So at the time, this wasn't a game day. So everything was really dead. And my friend Mike, he kept saying, "Yeah, you came on the right day. Everything's dead." So yeah, most places we went to, we just like I said, we went to Spindle Tap. It was super dead. I think we were one of maybe only 2 other guests that were there. But pretty chill spot.
Right now, the Astros are actually currently playing at the time of this podcast.
I think they're back in Houston now, right?
Yeah, they're in Houston. So the next hopefully next couple games, but the game right now is in Houston. Game is 0-0 right now. As far as the score goes, Braves are leading the series 3-2. So I mean, go Houston, go Astros, man. I hope they
Hope you have some trash cans available.
Yeah.
I kept telling Mike, I was like, because, Mike's a diehard Astros fan. And I was all like, can I tell you a joke? I had to ask him permission. I don't want to offend you. He's like, I heard it all. You can say it wherever you want, man. You can fuck off. I was like, okay. But he was a good sport about it. But yeah, so we went to Spindle Tap. After that, we went to this place called Pitch 25, which is kind of like right outside. Not right outside, but across the highway from Minute Maid Stadium. It's on like a little area. Like, think about it in terms of... I guess here in San Antonio, like Southtown, where everything's kind of within walking vicinity.
Yeah.
So yeah, like everything in that area was walking. It's also by you ever heard of Warehouse Live, their venue in Houston? it was there too. So we parked, went to Pitch 25. I had a delicious blueberry cream ale, so good. Pitch 25 is just like a sit down spot. You could get some food, get some drinks, whatever. They have like an indoor little soccer stadium. It's pretty awesome. And then we walked to 8 Wonder. And 8 Wonder's pretty cool. They didn't have a lot of beers on tap. I did get I got so many beers this weekend. I don't even know what I just figured out what they're called. It was a gourd. You know me. I get my hazies, my IPAs. So I got a hazy. But yeah, that place. They have a lot of old parts, or I guess like things that were in the Astrodome. Like they have like the seats that were in the Astrodome. They have them there in the brewery. They have like a lot of shipping containers in the back. Like it's a cool spot. They have these giant statues of the Beatles for some reason, which are really cool. It's just random. But you also like, I mean, you're out there, and like when we're out there, like the sun was going down, so like the lights were lighting up on the Beatles, and then like you can turn around and you see the skyline, and the Houston skyline is beautiful. And then afterwards we went to like this a couple bars. Yeah, man, it's just there's a lot of places there. Like, Houston's a pretty big, city compared to San Antonio. And like I just felt like a fish out of water there, but I'm glad that I had somebody to be able to like show us around, and we were able to walk around. The last spot we went to was this really cool spot called Axelrad, and they're having like a little short horror movie that was playing, and the people who did the music for the horror movie were also there, so they played the music live, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Really good day. And then, like I said, at the end of the night, I found out the concert was canceled. I'm like, no. So bummer. And then the next day, because I remember talking to Michael about Buffalo Bayou. Buffalo Bayou is probably one of our favorite breweries. That at least we live for the dreamsicle.
Yeah.
That's beer is legit. Also that one too that we have not been able to find again, which is that blonde ale that had like, remember?
They had a thing.
They didn't have a thing. No.
I was gonna say, because when we went, they didn't have it.
I think it's called like Aloha or something.
They didn't even have Dreamsicle. Dreamsicle was still in production, I guess. So when you went, they just...
Well, like I was talking to Mike, and he goes, "Yeah, Buffalo Bayou gets pretty packed, because it's a 3-story, I guess spot, in the top. It's a tap room, and it's kind of like on the roof, and it has a beautiful view of the skyline. So he said usually there's a wait, So we were having like lunch around 1 or something, or 12, and I was like, it's 1. I was like, let's go check out Buffalo Bayou, and sure enough we went. They're like, yeah, there's seats upstairs. Went up there and I had their Crush City IPA,
obviously,
and then I had the Dreamsicle.
Duh.
And then we went to Platypus Brewing Co. They had this blue blackberry IPA, which was pretty good. Had one beer there, and then we went to you just said it earlier, the name of it, Urban South. Went to Urban South. They're good. They're good. They have a lot of sours, a lot of like seltzers, a lot of stuff like that. They have
Urban South was that one that we tried one time that Mike brought us a beer.
Yeah, it was like an oatmeal.
No, Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, Fruity Pebbles. Yes, dude. And you go to the restroom there, it smells like Fruity Pebbles in the restroom. It's pretty cool. But yeah, like they have a lot of experimental beers, because I think Urban South. I actually have one here I was drinking before the show. This one is it's a lime cucumber. Ghost, whatever. Matthew knows the name of it. I don't know. But this is Urban South from New Orleans, from Nola. because it originally from
Urban South is originally from
Louisiana,
and then they have
a tap room.
Urban South, Houston.
Yeah, and the one in Houston, like I said, they do a lot more experimental beers. This one they do a lot of like I guess more, general beers, whatever. But those are the ones over there in Houston were pretty just like niche. I call them niche beers because like if you're not into it, you're not gonna like it. Like it's like a lot of beers color like that, but they don't taste like that. And they're not bad. Like I said, you just have to be into it.
Yeah.
And then went to Eureka Heights. Got 3 Star Wars beers. Went to a bar called Rabbit Got a Gun. Pretty cool spot. Saw some dude rapping in the back room, which was really random. And then man. I mean, like I said, the last day, last brewery I stopped at was No Label. It was pretty cool. I picked up some Cali Boys, which I was trying to save for the show, but they were just so damn good. And then we had Halloween this past weekend, so we were drinking, and at least I was drinking. Man, it was a good trip. I can't wait to go back. Like big cities like that tend to give me anxiety. I thought I kept my cool pretty well. I was able to drive. Houston traffic is kind of scary, but it was a good trip, man. I really had a good time. Given the circumstances of this concert I've been waiting for a while that got canceled, but it is what it is. But either way, I had a good time. I want to thank Michael. I want to thank Michelle for showing us around. They're 2 of the best people we know. And yeah, I mean, it was really fun. I got to pick up some beers, and it was a good time. I can't wait to go back. It was really fun.
Yeah, dude. I'm really. I know when I was there, I wish we would have stayed a little longer, but we just kind of went for the day because we were on our way back. We kind of stopped in Houston on our way back from Galveston. Mm-hmm. So definitely, glad you got to check out a lot more brews there than I did. I've been to St. Arnold's, Eighth Wonder. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, when I was at Eighth Wonder, I didn't get to see I saw the statues of the Beatles, but it was during the day, so it still looked cool, but not as cool as the picture you took at night with the lights on. That looked pretty awesome. The last time we were also there, we went to Holler, Buffalo Bayou. Yeah. What other one did we go to?
Yeah, like it's weird because like at Holler, Buffalo Bayou, Urban South, Platypus, they're all in the same like area. Like they're so close to each other. I didn't stop by Holler, I wanted to, but I was like, like I never heard of Platypus, so I was like, I want to go there. And then, and Mike was like, well, I'm at Urban South, come over here. I'm like, okay, cool. So we going over there. So, skipped out on Holler, but it's definitely a spot I want to go back and check out. But there are plenty of breweries, man. There's nothing short, no shortness of breweries there. Like there's a lot of them there. So
yeah, nothing compared to R5 that we have here.
I mean, no disrespect, we love ya, but San Antonio got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, I know the last time we were there, we were hanging out with Mike. He was telling us like, yeah, dude, like we started off with like a low number of breweries. I think I want to say it was something like in the low 10s, maybe even in like the single digits, and he goes, now there's like breweries everywhere. It's just like you can't go around anywhere without seeing a brewery.
Yeah, I know. On the last day we were there, we stopped to go get some food, and I was like, we parked kind of like a little bit outside downtown. I was like, we parked on the street, paid for parking, and I was walking like, it was a brewery right here. I think it was what was it? It was, I forgot what it was called, but again, lots of breweries, man. I definitely recommend going to Houston if if you get a chance. It's awesome. It's awesome. And I can't wait for us to go together because, man, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, I would love to do like a brewery tour there, like doing a brewery tour episode, like not just of a brewery, but like visiting different breweries and just cutting and editing it real quick. That would be cool. But
yeah, man, it was fun. There's one bar we went to, like they have like like vintage games you can play. Like people were playing like Nintendo 64, Smash Brothers, the original Smash Brothers on N64. They all had their games there. They were all playing like old PlayStation, and like they have comics you could just sit on and read. Like it's pretty cool. In the back they were selling like a bunch of Funko Pops. It was a pretty cool spot. So yeah, I definitely recommend going to Houston and checking out some of their spots.
So that was cool. That was you geeking out on some breweries over there in H-Town.
Yeah.
Glad you had a good time. I mean, I'm sorry you didn't get to see the show you went for, but, it is what it is. And, I mean, at least you still made the best of it. Mm-hmm. Got to visit a little bit more breweries than you expected it to.
Hell yeah, man. But it's so funny. Like, by the last day, we went to go eat. Like I said, went to go eat, and then we went to No Label. And I got to No Label. I'm like, I don't want to drink anymore. I got one beer, and I was like, to Mike, I'm gonna close out. He goes, you just got here. I'm like, bro, I'm tired. I'm like, I still gotta drive all the way back home. Like, I was like, man, dude, I'm tired. But yeah, really awesome. One thing I want to, I know you said you had something, and I know you already hung something up, but
oh yeah,
you wanted to bust on the show. What you got, man? What you got? You got a souvenir from somewhere?
Yeah, where is it? You have it somewhere. So yeah,
I don't know if y'all can see it right above Steven's head. It's like a stand. He hung it up. Hopefully you guys could see it.
So I got this souvenir from my dad and stepmother, and they went to Universal a while back and brought us this thing. I wonder what it is. Oh, what is that?
Is that the, what's it, Marauders map, or what is it called? I don't think it's just a map of Hogsmeade and
Diagon Alley.
Diagon Alley.
Did he say diagonally?
Yeah.
So, we got this awesome new. What?
That's cool.
You will lose.
Stupid girl. I love Voldemort.
So yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm really excited. We're excited to
got Voldemort's wand, y'all.
Voldemort's wand.
The Elder Wand is is overhyped, man. It's all about Voldemort's wand.
Yeah.
You know who has a good one? Lucius.
Yeah.
With his cane.
The snake.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. But I like that. Every time I see that one, I always imagine how he holds it. He holds it like just like he just like. That's pretty cool, man. I like that.
So this is gonna go up here.
Boom. Respect. You put respect on Voldemort's name. Dude, the more and more I watch those movies, the more and more I get so hypnotized by Ralph Fiennes as Voldemort. Like it's so good. He's so good.
Just so
not only him,
good.
but like even Alan Rickman as Snape. He's like, this is the way he talks. He goes, anybody who comes, or so he's talking about and it's in Deathly Hallows Part 2 when he's telling people to, if you know where Harry's at, you better come forward. And he goes, anybody coming forward will be treated equally. It's just like, I love it. Like, it's so like dramatic, but it's so good. There's this funny joke on Mr. Sunday Movies. They're talking about Snape, and they're like, Alan Rickman, turn to page 394. So I love it so much.
Werewolves? Where did she come from?
Dude, those movies, man. Woo.
I still gotta say, Goblet of Fire is like my favorite. I still love Goblet of Fire. I feel like because that's like where that one and Order of the Phoenix, because that's like where shit got real, dude. Like,
well, Goblet of Fire ends pretty dark. I mean, into it, Cedric dying and his dad, my boy. Oh, so good. And then Order of the Phoenix is when what's his name, Sirius Black, dies, and and then that's because the whole movie, the Ministry doesn't believe that Voldemort's back. They don't want to believe it. They're like chastising Harry, like, don't you say that name. No, he's not back. And at the end of that movie, after they
back?
Like they see him, they're like,
guess who's back?
And I love how they're like, he's back. I'm like,
After
no shit, he's back. Like, oh, it's so good.
Voldemort's back,
dude. But Ray Fiennes, though, that dude, he kills it as Voldemort, man. And he's so good.
Another one from Goblet of Fire that was such a good character, even though he was you really didn't see his actual character, was David Tennant.
Oh yeah, he played Crowdy, or he played the son of the The Ministry of Magic.
Yeah.
No. The son of the guy who was in charge of the Goblet of Fire. Like he played the son of somebody, and he does that thing that.
God, what is it? Artemis Grouch. Jr.?
Yeah, Grouch. Yeah, Crouch.
Crouch.
Yeah. Yes, he's good, man. He's good.
He was probably like the best thing about Jessica Jones, at least for season 1.
Was he the man in purple?
Yeah, he was Kilgraves.
Isn't he also in like Doctor Who or something?
Yeah, he was one of the doctors during one of the seasons.
That's cool.
But he's such a good actor, real good, talented actor, dude. Like, so awesome.
I don't know, man. I think those movies are just really good, and the Fantastic Beasts movies, you know, like they're fine. I'm honestly looking forward to this new one. What did they say it was? The Secrets of Dumbledore.
Yeah, The Secrets of Dumbledore.
But I also like it because, I mean, granted, you know, in the last movie, The Crimes of Grindelwald, it was Johnny Depp playing Grindelwald. Since then, Johnny Depp has been canceled, and we're getting Mads Mikkelsen coming to play Grindelwald, which is, if you don't know Mads Mikkelsen, then just go watch Rogue One. Go watch the Hannibal TV show because he plays Hannibal amazingly, and he's creepy and he's scary, and I just would love to see him as Voldemort because that'll be awesome. I can't wait for that trailer to come out. I think it's gonna be pretty awesome. But speaking of trailers, we just got a few trailers.
Yeah, we got a couple of trailers that came out.
right off the bat. Okay, one, I'm not sure if you saw it, but we got a trailer for Lightyear.
I saw that.
What do you think about it? Yeah. Think it's a little too serious, or you think it looks fun, or?
Yeah, I saw it.
I think it looks fun. Like, I didn't think it was gonna be that, like. I mean, it looks cool. It's Chris Evans, and it's basically the story of, Lightyear. It's not so much Buzz Lightyear. It's basically Buzz Lightyear was based off a character, and this is that character that Buzz is based off of.
Yeah, but okay, so yeah, exactly. So Buzz Lightyear was based off of a character from like a TV show or something, right? Like,
yeah, or like just somebody.
Toy Story, and then he was made into a toy because it was a real popular, like kind of like Power Rangers, how Power Rangers were.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is not what that is. This is like, it's like telling an actual story of this character, not the actor.
I just think it looks cool.
I don't know.
I just think it looks pretty exciting. I can't wait to show my son because he's a big fan of Toy Story. So I'm pretty sure he'll like this. I mean, it just looks pretty cool. And it looks fun, just like, okay, cool. I like it. Cool.
I mean, and again, this is what the way we got this one, this is what I consider a teaser because there was nothing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There was barely none of the characters talked. There was just clips, here and there.
Dude, yeah, Chris Evans didn't talk. I mean, he talked like once.
Yeah, and then it was just like, that's it. And they kind of did like an Avengers thing.
Yeah, I know. They're like to infinity and I was like,
just like again with Chris Evans when he's like, Avengers, and then cuts off. Doesn't even say.
Dude, I remember when I first saw that, the Avengers: Age of Ultron, and I was like, he's like, Avengers. I'm like, what? Did the movie cut off? Like, what the fuck? I was like, oh man. I was like, but it wasn't until later that I realized, like, oh, they're doing it on purpose, like, and I guess it's cool because but that was the only time they did that. They never ever like tease it ever again. Like, that was the only time they ever teased that, and then it wasn't until Endgame where he's like, he finally says it, and just like, do people even still remember Age of Ultron at this point? Like, you're already like two Avengers movies away from that, and like maybe like 10 movies in general away from, but it's just like I don't know. I just felt weird. Like, it'd have been cool if every Avengers movie was like Avengers, like, and then it just like a tease, but it's just like that was the only time he ever did that, and I don't get it, but it was still cool though. I liked it. And Lightyear, cool, fine, I'll watch it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna go watch it for sure.
I don't know about going to watch it. I mean, if it comes on Disney Plus, I'll watch it. But
no, I don't think anything else is gonna come on Disney Plus like that anymore. I think it's just straight up gonna be theaters and then Disney Plus. We still haven't even gotten Shang-Chi on Disney Plus.
I mean, is that really that bad? I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, it's been out for a while.
Yeah, that's true. Black Widow's on Disney Plus now.
Yeah, but that came out on Disney Plus. I
Yeah.
mean, granted, you had to buy it, but you know.
Yeah.
Same thing with Cruella.
Yeah. I still think Cruella's way better than Black Widow. Anyway,
Yes.
so sticking with Disney Plus, I mean, and then also too, like, you know, I know you're a big fan of teasers, you know, and when I say teasers, like you said, like stuff that doesn't give you much story. It's not like a 2-minute long teaser. This one was maybe like a minute something, but we did finally.
It's like a minute and a half, maybe just a little over.
Yeah, and I kept thinking, like, when are we getting this trailer? Because it's supposed to come out in December of this year. Book of Boba Fett, which was, you know, teased last year. After watching Mandalorian Season 2, you get the last episode where, you know, Boba Fett takes out Bib Fortuna and he sits on Jabba's old throne, and, you know, it's Book of Boba Fett coming December 2021. Which, okay, fuck you, Disney. Because they're like, coming December 2021. Oh, okay, cool, yeah, December. And you get the trailer, it's like, December 29th, the very last day, or like the very like you know, yeah, you know, but just like, what, like, really, like, you fuckers, like, might as well say at the end of 2021, like, you fucking jerks. But what do you think about the teaser? Because this was a teaser. I think this was a good teaser.
I really do think this was a good teaser. It was pretty awesome. Pretty much, you know, kind of just picks up from where it did leave off, you know, with, you know, Boba Fett taking over, you know, the I guess the crime syndicate or whatever you want to call it. I mean, you know, he kills, you know,
Bib Fortuna.
And, you know, I'm glad that, you know, Finnick is also going to come back, played by Ming-Na Wen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, she was awesome, Mandalorian. So I'm really excited to see her in this.
And she was like one of my favorite characters in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. too.
Oh yeah, she was in that. You did hear Din Djarin with the Mandalorian, his voice in this trailer. You know, at one part he goes, you know, you sit on your old master's throne or something, like that was his voice. I'm like, oh shit, is he gonna come out in this?
Okay,
like,
so here's the thing. attempted to watch this trailer like 5 times. Every time I kept watching it, it kept getting disturbed. When I first saw that the trailer came out, it was when I was at work and I was trying to watch it, and then like, oh shit, I got to go in. And then I was trying to watch it, you know, during work too, and then it's like everyone was like, you know, bothering me. I was like, fuck, and I was like, god damn it, you know, before I clocked in. I mean, I just went into the shop, you know, just kind of prepping stuff, and then like I was still getting bothered, so I didn't get to watch it. Then I get home. And I'm watching it, you know, and I'm watching it in our downstairs living room with the surround sound.
Yes.
And my wife, love her so much.
My wife,
she was like, "Why do you have it so loud?" And I was like, "What?" I couldn't hear her. "Why do you have it so loud?" I was like, "What?" So I had to pause it. And she's like, "Why do you have it so loud?" I was like, "'Cause it's the Book of Boba. Excuse you?" And then push play.
That's funny. But yeah, we hear his voice in it, so I'm like, oh shit, is he gonna come out in this? You know,
so definitely gonna have to watch it again.
Yeah, for sure. And
I mean, he may make a cameo or something, or you know.
See, because like, okay, like people, I mean, obviously, we got that teaser, which was that the first post-credit Star Wars scene we've gotten? It was, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, so when we got that post-credit scene for Mandalorian Season 2, you know, finale Season 2, I got that post-credit scene, speculation started going through the roof. Book of Boba Fett, what is it going to be about? Like, you know, obviously Tamora Morrison's going to come back, but he's obviously a little older now, but he still kicks ass. People are like, is it going to be like flashbacks, you know? And this seems like, as far as this teaser goes, it seems like, no, like, is this going to be after he's taken the throne? And he even says this awesome line that Lefty says, he goes, you know, Jabba ruled with fear. I intend to rule with respect. And there's that one part where like, he's talking to them like, why don't we just kill you? And then she's all like, and, you know, what's her name? Finnick. She's all like, you know, if you talk like that to Jabba, he'll feed you to whatever. And Boba's all like, he's like, what do you say? He goes, speak your truth, or just something, like some badass line. I'm like, that's fucking cool. Like, you know, so, we know, what are you hoping? Are you hoping that it's going to be that, like, you know, him trying to, you know, I guess win over this syndicate that Jabba ruled for so long, and kind of like give him a fair ruler, or do you hope that there's some flashbacks and or like of how he still alive?
Mm-hmm. Oh shoot, man! Because this is okay. This is still considering that this is what 5 to 6, maybe 5 to 7 years after
Jedi
Return to Jedi. Because obviously in that season, that awesome fucking season finale of The Mandalorian, we get Luke Skywalker, with the green lightsaber and the black hood. So obviously Mandalorian from season 1 was taking place 5 years after the Return of the Jedi. Excuse me. So with this, obviously Jabba's been out for a while. Obviously he got killed, and by Princess Leia choked him. And then Fake Tuna, took over, which I thought he died too, but I guess he survived. Or whatever.
And then it's funny, he's all fat too.
Yeah, and he's all fat too. So with this, I don't know, man. I don't know where it's going, and that's what I like. I don't want to guess. I don't want to speculate. I just want some fucking badass action in this thing. I'm just hoping there's gonna be some fucking awesome stories to it too as well.
And also too, so granted, it's what we got this trailer November 1st. This comes out at the end of December. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get one more trailer.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get the official
official trailer. You're gonna watch it?
Probably. I don't know.
All right.
How I've been lately about trailers.
Yeah.
Lately I've been feeling like they've been giving away too much too soon, and when you go watch the movie, that's why people are like, "Oh, this movie sucked and nothing happened." It's like because we saw it all already in the fucking trailer. Same thing with Venom. I thought it would have been a really good story, a really good movie had they not revealed a lot of what was already going on. Because pretty much the trailer just pretty much tells you what's happening. Oh, he's just fighting Carnage. Boom, that's it. There you go.
Which we'll talk about in another trailer later. I feel like that we're getting a little too much,
Yeah.
Especially like key parts. You're just like, oh man, like.
And and Disney's been pretty good, about they show stuff, but then they don't really show too much. Like with the Avengers Endgame trailer, that pretty much everything they were showing was only the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, and also with Infinity War, even also too with Civil War, they tend to put stuff in their trailers that aren't really in the movie or have stuff edited out, because in the Civil War trailer they edit out Spider-Man, like when he's fighting them in the airport, they edit that out, and then until you see the movie, you're like, oh, he's actually there.
Well, no, because that's what got me excited about Civil War is that the only thing they showed from him was that.
Where he just takes the shield.
When he just goes underoos, and then he takes the shield, and you just see the web pink.
Which again, I get why they put that in the trailer, but I'm just like, that would have been so awesome to just see it in the theater, and can you imagine how much people would have freaked out not knowing that and seen it? Like, what the hell?
Just like I loved how they didn't show anything. They didn't. There was a little bit of tease way early on, but that was about it. But then you finally get the reveal that Captain America can. He can hold Mjolnir. Thor's hammer.
And I love how Thor's just like us, like, I knew it. Nah, you motherfucker.
But look how excited everybody got.
Dude, that was
when was like, oh my god, dude! Like
clapping, just pure excitement. I love it. I hate when I sit next to people that don't get excited as me, because I'm just like, damn it.
Even though it was really short, and it's like one of my favorite short parts, real quick, is when they show Iron Man and Pepper Potts fighting together in the iron suits. I was like, oh my god, that's so fucking badass, dude. So that's what I'm saying. Disney, has been really good about that with Marvel. And they've kind of been okay with Star Wars, especially with Mandalorian, because pretty much with Star Wars, it's only been just the last 3 movies, and, and that kind of sparked everything else, despite with those, everything else they've been doing with Star Wars has been really, really good. So I'm really excited for the Book of Boba Fett. Again, I just felt this is long overdue, but it is what it is. I'm still going to watch it. I'm still excited. I know how you felt about Boba Fett, that he was an overrated character.
Well, yeah, I like that. Granted, what we got of him in the original trilogy, he was cool in Empire, I still don't think
Oh
he
my
really.
God, this smells so good. I can smell it from here.
I don't think he did much in Jedi. He just went out like a bitch and like, I'm just like, yeah, he was cool, but just like he does like that was such and his stupid scream, oh, like.
That's not your scream. That's Stormtrooper scream.
And then we get Jango Fett in the prequels, and Jango Fett was pretty cool, but again, he went out so easily. It's like, damn, So then we finally get Mandalorian, and
well,
like,
then not even that. Even before Mandalorian, we didn't actually get good, character developments of Mandalore until Clone Wars, when they actually showed the Mandalorians.
Yeah, exactly. Like explore, like you said, Mandalore. So like that sets a stage for Mandalorian to just knock it out of the park, which it did. And then like I said, in the first episode of season 2, you get what's his name? Timothy Oliphant's character, I forget his name, but you get him, wearing the armor, and you're like, oh shit, like that's Boba Fett's armor. Like, well, okay, there's a story behind this, and then of course you get the little teases until finally.
And there was tease that
Tamara Morrison.
Yeah, Tamara Morrison was signed on to come on the Mandalorian. And that's when everybody was like, oh, he's gonna be Boba Fett. Boba Fett's gonna come out.
Yeah.
And then we, that first episode, first or second?
The first one, because they show him at the end.
Yeah, the first episode they
show the Mandalorian drive off with his armor because Timothy Oliphant's character.
Yeah, I would say they showed Timothy Oliphant walk in, and I knew it wasn't him.
Cobb Vent, yeah.
I knew it wasn't him, but I was
he looked like a kid in a Halloween costume. Like, just like, what the hell?
I was just like, what? I was just excited just to see.
I know, dude. I remember when I first saw the episode, I'm like, holy shit! Like, I was like, so like, dude, that's his armor. He even has a little dent in it too. Like, so at the end, you see him, riding off, and then you see just Tamara Morrison. You're like, oh man, like. So finally, I think it was episode 6, which was the Robert Rodriguez episode, where he finally is in action, redeemed himself like 1,000%, dude. That dude kicked some ass and took some names and just like, dude, it was awesome.
I was just about to say that. I want to say that Robert Rodriguez is signed on to direct, an episode or two, and yeah, sure enough, he is.
Who else do you see on there?
Obviously, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and Bryce Dallas Howard.
Wow. Okay. Cool. So, hey, and Bryce Dallas Howard too. She had that episode with Katie Sackhoff's character, the Mandalorian, the female one.
Yeah.
What's her name? Damn it, dude. I know this.
Bo-Katan.
Yes, Bo-Katan, and she's the one who directed that episode with Sasha Banks too, and that one was pretty good too. So yeah, man. Like, I mean, if this is anything like the Mandalorian, which again, the showrunners are the people behind Mandalorian are behind Book of Boba Fett, so if it has to be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Like, I just can't wait. I need more Star Wars in my life.
And let's keep in with the Star Wars universe right now. We haven't gotten any trailers yet, but we definitely have gotten some, like excitement and some casting with some of the other shows that been that were announced last year that are going to come out. So just to go back real quick, God dang it, No. Obi-Wan, God dang it, Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Hayden Christensen, we knew was gonna sign on to that, and repraised as Darth Vader, because this is during the time of Darth Vader, with the Emperor ruling the galaxy.
And also too, this is like beginning, like where obviously, because I know it's touched on in the comics where Vader is really struggling. Like, he's in the dark side, and just because he went to the dark side doesn't mean he's completely dark. Like, that dude struggled. Like, it's in the comics, he struggles. So I'm hoping that they touch on that in this show, because
definitely
there's that line in A New Hope. I think it's either I forgot. I think it's Return of the Jedi, where Luke was he's like, there's still good in you, Father, And he goes, Obi-Wan once thought as you did. And he goes, how do you know that? You know?
Yeah.
And because remember who told that Obi-Wan was Padme before she died. She goes, they're still good in him.
Yeah.
So it's like they had to have met again. So I'm just hoping.
And the only time, well, no, not even really. Yeah, definitely not. But I was gonna say the only time that they've ever met again, but no, it wasn't. It wasn't Obi-Wan. It was Obi-Wan and Darth Maul. And Rebels.
Yeah.
Which that was so fucking awesome too. But
tell me.
So yeah. So
is he the chosen one?
And even McGregor's is like, fans are gonna enjoy this. Like this is gonna be so awesome. So that's like
I want some more.
That's like high speculation, dude. And I think they're in post production right now with a few of the episodes,
dude. I love Star Wars.
That's supposed to be coming out pretty soon. I'm not sure when. But dude, Obi-Wan Kenobi show, please,
yes, please. No.
So we're not getting that till 2022, which that's cool. It's cool. I'm sure early 2022 maybe. And then one of the other shows that was
biggest shows
that was greenlit, for a limited series was Ahsoka.
Yes, Rosario Dawson
is getting her own show, live action. And once again, Hayden Christensen has signed on for that show. Now, remember, when we last see Ahsoka, this is in The Mandalorian. This is 5 to 7 years after Return of the Jedi, which we know Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, met his demise, and did reveal that he did have good in him, and sacrificed himself to save Luke. And Luke, burn his body in respect. So this means we are going to get Force Ghosts.
Yeah,
Anakin Skywalker,
or maybe even Force Ghosts, but also maybe flashbacks, visions. Because they're like there's just little things too. Like in Mandalorian with the Ahsoka episode where she comes out. She even says like when she's talking about Grogu, like he's in pain, he's scared. She goes, I've seen these feelings, take down the best of Jedis, and she's referring to Anakin, and just like, oh my fucking heart, So like, oh man, that is so exciting. Like that's so exciting, and you know what? I'm so happy that because Hayden Christensen got the shit, he wasn't the best in the prequels. He was really good in Revenge of the Sith. He was annoying in Attack of the Clones.
He was annoying in Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith. He had some good parts up until what have I done?
What have I done?
Yes, master.
But I mean,
even if you go to like IMDb and you look up the Ahsoka series, the only two people you see on there is Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano and Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker.
Dude, again, if I were to go back 2 years ago and told you, hey Steven, we're getting an Ahsoka show with Rosario Dawson and Hayden Christensen coming back, you'd be like, shut the fuck up. No, you're not. No, they're not. No, you're crazy. Like, no, it's happening, dude. I'm telling you.
I mean, dude, from our first episode when we did streamers,
look how far we've come.
There was a lot of stuff that, that was coming out brand new, because right at the time, Netflix was pretty much dominating the streaming service.
Yeah. This is before we got Mandalorian, right?
Yeah, because when we were gonna get Disney Plus, that was gonna be the first show to come out. Mm-hmm. The first that was original show that was gonna
pretty much what launched Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's what that's pretty much what enticed everybody to be like, oh fuck, we need to get Disney Plus. And
and you know what's funny about that is it really launched Disney Plus. It was a success. But fast forward now, I think the biggest one right now is HBO Max. In my personal opinion. I think the best streaming service right now is HBO Max. That's just my personal opinion. Disney Plus is just there. It's good. We have our Marvel shows, but other than that, I don't really go back and search your catalog. I find myself more on HBO Max.
Well, you see, that's where I was going to disagree with you. I actually go back into Disney and search the catalogs just because I like watching a lot of the old stuff. I like watching after we saw Cruella, I had to go back and watch 101 Dalmatians again. I was like, oh my god, it's so good.
You don't have to be like Cruella. I know you love that movie.
Yes, I do. I love it. It was such an amazing movie. It was so good for what it was, and I know you were real skeptical about it. I was like, when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh shit, this looks really good, and like Emma Stone looks freaking awesome. And I told you about it.
I was skeptical.
I told you about it, and you're just like, nah.
And then I was proven wrong. That movie is amazing.
And then I bought it, and you're like, I guess you just like, I guess I'll watch it since it's here.
Yeah, no, me and Julie were like, oh, we should watch something. I'm like, well, it's Cruella. And she goes, okay, let's watch it. And we watch it. We're like, this movie is so good. But yeah, I mean, dude, like, just it's wild how far we've come with these streaming services, you know, like.
Yeah, because I get like what I was going to say earlier was at the time Netflix was dominating and Hulu was there. Hulu is the one that's just there, straight up, you know. And then like
it's good to have.
Disney Plus and Disney announced that they were going to do a Disney Plus. DC at the time announced DC Universe, and then look what happened there. Who else announced? HBO had announced that they were going to do their own app.
It's funny how like some streaming services since then have come and gone. Like again, the DC Universe, WWE Network
WWE,
app. Now it's on Peacock and it's not the same at all.
Mm-hmm. DC is now on HBO Max.
HBO Max, yeah. And yeah, man, it's wild. Like.
And the only reason I got DC was because at the time that was the only place. Now at the time that was the only place where you could only watch, which was the latest season at the time, season 3 of Young Justice. You know, which I still tell you, dude, you need to watch it. I know the first season is pretty rough, but it's really good as it goes on. Mm-hmm. And the new season 4, Phantoms, just started too, and it's starting off really, really good. I cried in the last episode.
Wow. Did you ever finish Visions? Or did you even start it?
No, I never finished it.
I never finished it either. I mean, that's fine.
I've heard really good stuff about some of it, but I don't know. I just never finished it.
Yeah, I just never got around to it either. You know, at the time I was more involved with What If, you know, and that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, dude, that was really awesome. Then I started, you know, obviously the new season, which is supposed to be the final season of The Walking Dead, started and it ended, but it didn't end like, you know how they do the mid seasons. Okay, this is bizarre, and I don't know if I read this correctly or not, dude. But like they ended, and they were like, okay, this is only the beginning. The final episodes are gonna be a 3-part, 8-episode finales. What? So 3 parts, each part 8 episodes each.
Ew.
It's like what? Like what? Like.
That's so weird.
So you're just doing multiple seasons, but you're doing it in.
So they stopped it, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna do these, you know, 3 parts, 8 episodes.
Yeah, but season 10 is supposed to be the last season.
So they're like really stretching it.
Yes, they're really stretching it, dude. And I'm like, what? Like,
come on, Walking Dead, just give it to me. Just give it to me. I'm hungry.
For real, it's like, come on. Need a truffle shop for food. So
that's weird.
Yeah,
they're like
they're pushing it, dude. Yeah. They're pushing, and then like there was a whole thing that we were gonna get the Walking Dead movie where
Rick.
That was gonna be where Rick comes and we find out what happened to him. Again, that's what we were supposed to find out with it, and we never did. And apparently, he's not gonna come back. And same thing with Michonne. Michonne had left, and apparently, she's not supposed to come back either. So it's like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I don't know where they're going with this. How they're gonna fulfill fans with those characters. Like, they can't just leave. Like,
yeah.
They had to at least give something.
Especially going on this long, like, you gotta close it off. Like, you gotta give some closure. You can't just leave it like that, you know? Like, I don't know, man. I fell off Walking Dead a long time ago, but you know, I mean, I hear you guys talk about it, and I hear people who watch TV like on the podcasts and too. Like, they say, like, yeah, these last couple of seasons have been pretty fucking good.
One of the episodes in this last in the new season, well, whatever season I know we're in season 10, but like with whatever they're calling it, one of the episodes was real creepy. Like it gave a horror film vibe to it, and I was like, holy shit, this is actually fucking badass. And I suggested to you that you watch it even without knowing what's going on, because you don't really need to know the full backstory of that episode, but it's just really like creepy. Like, it's pretty good. It's actually like it could be like its own horror movie.
Well, speaking of horror, I finally finished Midnight Mass.
Finally.
It took me a little while because of work and because that show, like, you have to just sit down and pay attention to it, you know. And I do smoke, so I just, got a little spacey, and then I watched the last 2 episodes. I'm just like, damn, dude, that shit gets wild. Like that the segment the pan ultimate episode, which is the last, the one before the last one. That one ended, everybody in the church like just like zombies, like eating each other, and then the last episode, like, it just continued on from there, and it got more wild, and just like everybody just eats it. I'm like, yo, what the hell? I hate the way it ended, but
it had to end somehow.
I didn't hate the way it ended. I just hated that so many characters died. So many good characters died. Like Erin Green, her character. Like, I hated the way she died. Like, she just got. I didn't like it. Like, I'm just like, no. Like,
I know you cried when Bev died.
Oh, no, fuck that bitch. You know what? Fuck you, okay? Because I remember the first episode, you're like, oh, you're gonna love her. I'm like, oh, is she gonna have like some arc that she's gonna turn around? It's like, okay, wait. I'm like, she's still a bitch. She's still a bitch. She's still a bitch.
Oh, now she's an ultra bitch.
Now she's an ultra bitch. Now she's gonna die a bit. What's, damn it, Steven? Like, I've been looking for like.
We need to calm down on the bitch, okay?
I'm sorry. But I mean,
you're a bitch.
Sometimes. Yeah, man. I mean, it was a good show. It was really good. Yeah, it was so awesome. But yeah, I just want to let you know that I finished that, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, if you want to watch something, kind of creepy, not too horror and not too
sorry
gory,
if I spoiled it for
but yeah,
it is creepy though. It's creepy.
It's a really good show. I mean, this is what I like about Mike Flanagan. It's like he doesn't flaunt his stuff so much. Like again, I just stumbled upon the Haunting of Hill House because it was Netflix suggested it to me on my email.
Yeah. Well, I know I started watching it. I was like, and I think you were on the edge, on fence, but I was like, y'all should watch this. And you started watching. You're like, I can't stop watching this. So good.
Yeah. And then obviously,
and Bly Manor.
Everyone knew about Bly Manor because after everyone got caught on, or found out about Hill House, it was like, oh, we need more.
Yeah.
And then so Bly Manor came out, which that one was good for what it was. I liked it. The freaking girl with no face creeped me out.
Oh yeah.
And then here comes Flanagan again, out of nowhere, fucking out of right field, and comes with another series, limited series. And
I heard that he's trying to make another Nightmare on Elm Street, which I'm all for that. If Mike Flanagan does it, I'm all for that, because Nightmare on Elm Street movies, they're silly, the original ones. Mm-hmm. And then you got that remake, which tried to be serious, but it just, I don't know, it just didn't work for me. I think it was Nightmare on Elm Street. I could be wrong, but it, I heard that he's, trying to do something with a property, and I want to say it was Nightmare on Elm Street. But I'm just like, damn, that'd be awesome. That'd be so cool.
Well, I mean, he's got a couple of things coming out next year, which I'm not too sure what they are, if they're shows or movies, but there's one called The Midnight Club. There's another one called The Fall of the House of Usher.
Usher. Oh, not that one. No.
Usher. Yeah, that one's going to be a miniseries. Yeah, they're both going to be miniseries. Oh, and your fave's going to come out on that one, Bev. Oh shit! Is it like a prequel or something? I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, and then in development he has the season of Passage. Yeah. So
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's just rumors at this point. But I was like, man, that'd be pretty cool if he does that, because he knows horror, and he does subtle horror like really good, and it's awesome. So I really wouldn't complain about that. But yeah, no, Mike Flanagan really, He gets it. He gets it.
He gets it.
And Doctor Sleep was pretty good too.
So apparently the director David Gordon Green, director of Halloween Kills, he's gonna do The Exorcist.
Oh man.
And then and Hellraiser, which I don't think you were familiar with Hellraiser.
I honestly been wanting to rewatch them. Like no, I've been wanting to watch the movies because I hear they're fucking insane. I've never seen any of the Hellraiser movies, but I know what his name, Pinhead or Needlehead, whatever he's called. But I also, I mean, because it's like deals with hell and shit like that. So I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty fun. But yeah, I mean, David Gordon Green. I mean, I love Pineapple Express. The new Halloween movies, they're fine. They're just not Halloween. Like, I just wish they would have stuck with what we had. But anyway.
This is what it is. We get what we get.
Yeah. But we do have one more trailer to talk about before we get to our main topic.
What is our main topic?
Dune.
Oh, damn. We're still going to talk about that after everything?
Well, I figured I want to talk about it because I love that movie. But anyway. So we got the Morbius. That's just the Morbius, the living vampire.
I think it's just called Morbius.
Morbius, which is a new movie out of Sony, the Sonyverse. They just came out with Venom, Let There Be Carnage. They're coming out working with the Marvel, MCU, Spider-Man No Way Home. And then we got Morbius, which is Jared Leto, playing Dr. Michael Morbius. And got the trailer. It looks interesting. I'm just like, Sony, like, pump the brakes a little bit. Like, just relax, bro. Like,
so there's a lot of stuff going on with this.
A lot of stuff, man.
With the trailer, I mean, full blown spoilers on here. If you haven't seen Venom, Let There Be Carnage, there's gonna be spoilers. Go watch the new trailer for this for the Morbius movie starring Jared Leto. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, if you ever saw the teaser trailer, not even a teaser. One of the big things about that first trailer was that Michael Keaton came out in it, which we all know Michael Keaton, was part of the Spider-Man Homecoming, in which he played the Vulture. Yeah. He was the main villain on that one. And one thing about Michael Keaton is that he hasn't been in a lot of movies. He's been in a lot of movies, but not like a lot of movies.
Wasn't he Mr. Mom?
Yeah.
That's all, I don't know why I tell you Michael Keaton. I always think Mr. Mom. I never even seen that movie. That's the only thing I think about him.
But so obviously that was gonna be a connection there between because obviously Spider-Man, even though it's still part of Sony, was part of the MCU, and was gonna be so that was like a big thing that there's gotta be some connection here. Fans getting all antsy in their pants and speculating and whatnot, and then in this new and then we got a picture of Spider-Man in the background,
which is Tom Maguire Spider-Man.
Yeah, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
Tom Maguire.
Yeah, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
Tom Maguire. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
And then this latest trailer,
you're like,
in this latest trailer, one of the big key factors that we get in it, or a few things, is we see Michael Keaton again, and then in the end of the trailer, fucking
some guys are like, "Who are you?"
Yeah, Morbius is like, "I'm Venom," and he's like, "Nah, this is Dr. Michael Morbius at your service."
I don't know whether to like that or just be like, "What are we doing?" Like, it's just like, okay, so is this in the Venom universe?
Again, if you saw Venom, Let There Be Carnage, there was a big thing that happened in the end credits. I'm just gonna say universes collide.
Yeah, and then I don't know, and then again, this movie's supposed to come out in January. We're supposed to get Far From Home in December. No Way Home in December, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully a lot of
this one's coming out in January.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, never mind. I was thinking July.
Yeah, January. So one has to think that if Sony has a grand master plan, they're not just throwing shit on the wall and hoping it sticks. That
Oh, I saw what you did.
Sorry. That like Spider-Man No Way Home is gonna not answer all our questions, but like it's gonna give more context to what the
grand master plan is gonna be.
And I'm not saying that we're gonna see Spider-Man in this Morbius movie, but obviously they're hinting at like it's somehow, some way connected, one way or another.
And the same thing with like the 2 Venom movies. I'm gonna go watch this one. I'm gonna watch it. It's whatevs. So
it's because you love Jared Leto, right?
Yes. So hot. I got it. Jared. I touched him. I touched him. When he was with 30 Seconds to Mars. Yes. Mm-hmm. Should we take a quick break real quick?
Sure.
All right. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Ooh, that was a good one right there.
We are back. I had to take a quick break. I've been talking about trailers for too long.
I'm surprised because we came into this episode not knowing what the
I know
hell
we're
going
like,
to
talk about. We're like, but yeah, I mean, that's probably what. This is probably what when our episodes are the best is like when we like just kind of go off something and just go on and on. I know I kind of talked a lot about Houston in the beginning, which might be a little boring, whatever, fun, but our talks about these trailers and our whatever, but it's fun, so hope you guys stuck around. We definitely got a lot of Star Wars stuff. Yes.
Talk,
and we got some Star Wars beers, so wait a
perfect occasion.
Yeah, perfect occasion. But for those of you who don't know that, like Star Wars, I'm not sure Lord of the Rings because they're pretty old books. Star Wars.
There's only one return, and it's not of the king; it is of the Jedi.
Game of Thrones. A lot of these properties tend to take some inspiration from something. Like Star Wars. He got it from like samurai movies and Kurosawa movies, Flash Gordon. But also another thing, and it's also too heavily Game of Thrones took a lot of inspiration from a property called Dune. It's an old book series. I think there's like 6 books in total. I don't read, so I don't fucking know. But there was a movie back in the 80s, I believe, titled Dune, which was
1984.
Yeah, 1984, which was from David Fincher, which
apparently they also tried to be a show.
Yeah, there's like a miniseries too. Which I didn't bother watching. I never knew about it. But here we are, 2021. In my opinion, one of my favorite directors outside of Christopher Nolan, which is Denis Villeneuve. If you don't know him, if you've seen Sicario,
Dennis.
He pronounces Denny. I know it's called Denis Villeneuve.
Okay, well I don't want to offend anybody.
Sorry, whatever. Anyway, but he Sicario, Arrival, Prisoners with Hugh Jackman, and Blade Runner 2049, which was one of my favorite movies.
Hold on, can we just go back to Prisoners?
Yeah, go.
Not only did it have Hugh Jackman, it had Terrence
Howard,
and
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal, was it?
Yeah, he was a police officer.
Oh yeah, that's right, he was a police officer. And
Paul Dano, the Riddler, which he was a freak.
Dude, that movie was so good.
It's rough.
Yeah,
it's rough, man. That movie. If you have children, watch it because you're gonna get scarred for life.
Whoa.
But yeah, in my opinion, Denny.
You only did the first Sicario, right?
Yeah, only the first.
Which is why the first one was the best one.
And when Christopher Nolan first came out, and not first came out, but he made The Dark Knight, and then he made Inception, and he started making Interstellar, and he's like he makes these grand scope, scale movies.
What was that one that he did? I still want to see it with
The Prestige.
He did The Prestige. I heard that one's really good.
Memento.
I saw Memento a long time ago. I guess I didn't understand.
That's like one of his first ones.
Yeah, I guess at the time I didn't really get it. Or
Dunkirk.
Whatever. No. With Christian Bale. Didn't he do that one? The one where Christian Bale gets like all super.
Oh no, he didn't do that one. Oh, you're talking about The Machinist? No, I don't think he did that one. No.
Right? I thought so.
But yeah, so for me, like when I first saw, Christopher Nolan, I'm like, oh, this dude, he makes grand scale movies. They're awesome. They're shot in IMAX. Denis Villeneuve is taking that torch and running with it because
Brad Anderson.
It's good. I mean, if you've seen like I said, Sicario, it's not a big movie, but it feels big. Arrival, I love that movie. It's again, it feels big. Blade Runner 2049 is that movie is just so good. I wish more people liked it. It does. It's a little long. It does drag. I know Steven falls asleep every time he watches it, but it just for the simple.
Which is funny because I seen the original one and I didn't fall asleep on the original one, Harrison Ford.
Yeah, and then like this is a sequel to that one, and like I said, like just like for the simple fact, for me, like I like I don't know, like I just for the simple fact of filmmaking and just like for me, that's what sci-fi is. What?
So can I say one thing real quick?
Yes.
So talking about sci-fi, I was talking to one of my friends at work the other day, and one thing that he mentioned was that every sci-fi movie gets food wrong. Like you think, like futuristic food. You think in the future, like, oh, this is how food's gonna be in the future, and blah blah blah. They got it wrong. The only one that got it right that he said was Blade Runner with instant noodles.
Yeah,
ramen.
yeah.
Not ramen in a cup. Come on.
Okay. Yeah, so
think
like,
about it.
Like for me, like Blade Runner 2049, that's what sci-fi is. Like that's like just the way it looks, like everything around, like it's just the music, everything. So when I found out that
Really, for me, sci-fi is RoboCop.
yeah, again, that's sci-fi. Like like it's different for everybody.
80s RoboCop. It's better than the remake.
I haven't seen the remake. Well. Terrible. So when I heard that Denis Villeneuve was going to be doing Dune, and then the cast is announced. You got Timothée Chalamet, you got Rebecca Ferguson, Zendaya, Oscar Isaac, Jason Momoa,
Stellan
Skarsgård,
Josh Brolin,
Javier Bardem
was in it.
Yeah, and then David Dastmalchian, Dave Bautista. You got a lot of people in this movie. It's a stacked
Chin was
cast.
In it? Oh yeah, he was the doctor. Duh.
Yeah, and then so I'm like, oh shit. And you get the trailers. I'm like, oh man, this looks again like a big movie, like a movie that you need to see in IMAX.
Was a big movie.
Like a movie that you should see in IMAX, but like granted, I'm not going to theaters right now. Again, like we have a pretty decent sized TV. We have a surround sound, so it's easy for us to indulge in that. At least in my point of view.
Oh, Javier Bardem was that one guy.
Yeah. That's him. You didn't recognize him?
I didn't recognize him. Dude.
It's weird seeing him from No Country for Old Men, right?
Yeah.
Because he has that bow haircut. It's so weird because he's so cool with the beard. Anyway, dude, it was him. So this, and I see the trailers. I'm like, man, this movie looks pretty fucking good. And then we finally get it. I watch it, and I love it.
I'm gonna tune you down a little bit, bro.
I love it. Would you turn down Dune when you're watching it? Maybe because the music's really loud.
Yeah. So one thing, I would, if you are going to movie theaters, I would suggest watching it in theaters. It's really good, especially for the sound effects and the score. If you're at home and if you got a real decent surround sound, prepare yourself because I started watching and I turned it up. I turned it up like almost up like past 20, and Eddie was like, "It's loud."
Yeah, you might want to turn it down.
Yeah, it's loud. So that was okay. That was my first issue with it. Aside from visions and whatnot, audio was really, really terrible.
Yeah, because there are a lot of parts where they're whispering. Like it sounds like they're whispering.
Yeah, but they're talking normally, but you cannot really hear them, but everything else is like.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of think about like if you ever seen Star Wars Episode 2, where Obi-Wan's chasing Boba Fett and he's dropping those seismic bombs,
seismic charges,
and then it's like it blow up and it's like quiet and all of a sudden you hear.
Yeah. Yes, it's like that. Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god, but it's like that through the whole movie.
But and it's also too like when you watch Batman v Superman, the Hans Zimmer score.
Yes.
But, I mean, I like that shit, but yeah, man. I mean, yeah, like I will admit, and for me, a reason why it wasn't a big thing for me because I have conditioned myself to watch movies with subtitles. I know you don't like it, but I do it because I don't want to miss
anything. And this
anything.
one, I probably should have just done that.
And yeah,
because there was a lot of things I could not hear.
Yeah, and a lot of things you couldn't hear is the stuff that you need to hear. So like I said, for me, like I said, watching it with subtitles really, really enhanced the viewing experience for me because I kind of knew what was going on, and like it's, and it also took me to like what do you call it, like 2 sessions to watch this movie because I watched it before I had to go to work one day and I had to go to sleep, so I turned it off. I had a good part, and then I watched the rest of it when I got off of work, and it was just amazing. I love this movie. This movie might be my favorite of the year. The cast was awesome. I don't know, man. I could go on about it.
So, in my opinion, it's funny that you mentioned a lot of stuff earlier on that, that a lot of stuff reflects off of this movie, especially from the books, because this was a book series. And that's exactly where what I got out of it was that this reminded me a lot of, other movies and shows.
Game of Thrones.
And funny thing, too, that, fucking Hans Zimmerman was the composer or, did the score for the movie and reminded me of other movies, too. Mm-hmm. So, first thing right off the bat, Game of Thrones is like one of the things that it reminds me of.
Mm-hmm. House Atreides.
The houses. The second thing it reminds me of, Star Wars. Spice was the big trade, and that's like the big trade in Star Wars is that, the spice. Yeah. The spice score, like right away, I was like, okay, this reminds me of Gladiator, Black Hawk Down, and then boom, there you go. Hans Zimmerman pretty much did Gladiator.
Hans Zimmer,
whatever. Sorry. My bad. Sorry. I just had a few of these. Hans Zimmer, did the score for Gladiator, and so boom, there you go. That answers that. And what else? I would look at it, but I use my phone for for the video, so that I could do this. Hey guys,
that's right. You had notes. I forgot.
But it reminded me of like other stuff too. There was definitely like some visuals of like again, going back to Star Wars, where the cities and whatnot. Tatooine. It reminded me of Tatooine.
Okay, yeah. So, was it I forgot the name of the planet, but anyway, So what did you think of the movie? I mean, did you like it? Did you not like it? I mean, I know you said you really couldn't hear a lot of stuff, so that might have really like affected your viewing of it. What did you think?
Overall, because when he said who directed the movie, which did Blade Runner 2049, I was like, oh man, I hope I don't fall asleep. But I didn't. I actually watched the whole movie. It was really good. Was definitely surprised by other things that happened in the movie. I don't know. Are we gonna do full spoilers or no?
Go for it. It's been out for almost 2 weeks or almost going on 3 weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
Spoilers. If you guys haven't seen it, spoilers for Dune. If you haven't seen it, oh my god, go watch it.
I know one thing that, and people probably already saw this on social media if they follow some podcast shows or news feeds and whatnot, entertainment news feeds. But one thing that fans had a big issue with, which I don't see what the big deal was that in the trailers, Zendaya is heavily featured in the trailers, and apparently she's only featured in the movie for a total of like 7 minutes, and like fans were just like upset with this. I was like, why?
Exactly. Yeah.
After watching the movie, I was like, I was upset with like how big of a cast this was and how many of them died.
Yeah, exactly. And and for the people like, oh, she's only in it for the last. Like, no, she's not. She's the first person you see when the credits roll. She's the first person. Like, and then of course you hear her voice a lot. And yeah, like towards the end, like she's there present in the scene or whatever, but it's just like she has a very important role leading up to. And again, when the movie starts off, it says Dune Part 1.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing. Yeah, this is not going to be just one movie. This is going to be apparently two other movies.
Yeah,
either Part 2 or
I think it's just 2 movies for now. It's just 2 movies.
I've heard 3. But okay, for sure we
and also too, I'm glad that they did that. I'm glad that they're not like, oh, this is Halloween. We're gonna have Halloween kills, and then Halloween ends. Like, okay, no, like, I know he said the director this one said like I need to tell this story in 2 movies, but they never announced it. It wasn't greenlit until this movie came out and it had success, and they're like, okay, now we greenlit it. It's gonna happen.
Man, what would have happened if it didn't have success and it didn't get greenlit?
Then good on them for not putting the cart in front of the horse, you know? Like, and again, like with the whole Zendaya argument, like people are, oh, she's really in it. Okay, well then get ready for the second one because she's going to be in the second one heavily.
I mean, no offense, but I mean, is she really that good that people are upset?
I mean, she's just like one of those things, you know, like, you know, people, like she's a star right now, you know, she's in the Spider-Man movie, she's in this, you know, it's just like, people want to see her.
No offense to her, you know, but like,
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I really don't get it. Like, is she, I mean, she hasn't, I'm trying to say this in an awful way, but like for me, she hasn't.
You like it, but she hasn't just popped for you.
She's a good actress, but she hasn't really done anything other than Euphoria that I've seen that has really stuck out to me. Like, yeah, she's in the Spider-Man movies, but who isn't in an MCU movie, you know? Like,
yeah.
You know, anyone who's anyone is pretty much in an MCU movie, but at the same time, a lot of those actors also went on and did other projects that they fucking shined in, and then even that they were already shining before that. Like Benedict Cumberbatch, you know, he's fucking awesome, dude. He's been in things before, you know, signing on to do Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Tom Holland, you know, I didn't know who the hell he was until he did Spider-Man, and then, you know, he's gone and done some pretty good stuff. You know, aside of Spider-Man, you know, Zendaya, again, I haven't really seen her in much.
She was in The Greatest Showman, which nobody watched. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't watch
Jackman one. Yeah, I mean, she's been like Malcolm and Marie. That it wasn't like it was some movie with her and what's his name? Denzel Washington's son.
John David Washington.
John Washington, yeah. You know, which you know, that was like an art house kind of film, whatever, you know.
You know, space. You know what she did to the voice for Lola Bunny,
which people were like, whatever, she's fun. But yeah, I see what you're saying, and you shouldn't feel bad about saying it, like, you know, that you don't get it. I mean, I honestly don't get it either. You know, she's really beautiful. She's an amazing actress. You know, but it's just like has she earned that? You know, and who do we to say? You know, also too, you know, but like again, I get what you're saying of why people are so upset. Like, why don't we see her? Like, well, I mean, like,
is it really a big deal that we didn't get that much, you know, of her on screen of her? I mean, and obviously she's gonna be a bigger part in the second one.
Yeah,
you know, obviously.
And for me, this movie is Timothée Chalamet's. Like, dude, this. I wish he was Spider-Man. I wished he was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That dude. I mean, I first saw Timothée Chalamet in Lady Bird. I watched him in Call Me by Your Name. He's a good actor. You know, like I've always liked him. You know, he was also in Little Women. You know, like I said, he's a fantastic actor. So when I saw that he was like leading this movie, I was like, okay, you know, cool. So, you know, in the trailers, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's really getting it. And when I watch this movie, man, like he's really, really like just taking it home. And not only that, but he's also like surrounded by a good cast. He has fantastic chemistry with Jason Momoa. Him and you know, because his name is Paul Atreides. And, you know, him with his relationship with Duncan Idaho, which is Jason Momoa. Amazing. I love it. It's like, you know, like uncle. It's like he has a bunch of cool uncles, you know. Him and
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin's character, who is his name is
Gurney
Halleck. You know, he's all like, you know, I could hear your footsteps, old man, and it's like, I love it, like it's so cool.
And again, I mean, going back into this movie, you know, and again, no offense to Zendaya, but like some characters that really like stood out more to me that were good and didn't even get that much screen time either. Again, Javier Bardem. I mean, I didn't recognize that was him, and I thought he was I thought his character was amazing.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa, I'm not a big fan of his. You know, again, he's another one of those that hasn't really proven a lot to me. Like,
true.
You know,
I mean, he was, you know, Dr. Rocky, and then he was Aquaman.
You know, those. If you tell me Jason Momoa, those are the only two things that I would recognize him from. But you know, other than that, anything outside of that, oh yeah, and then he has that show C on Apple Plus,
TV,
on Apple TV Plus. But I haven't even seen that.
He also has a movie on Netflix, Sweet Girl.
You know, but again, you know, I haven't. He hasn't proved a lot to me, but I would say that he really did stood out in this one too. I mean, he was really. I
love their little sign. I was like, oh yes.
And then, but again, I just feel bad they made him cut the beard.
Yeah.
Spoilers: he doesn't have a beard in this one.
And then, I mean, come on, and Oscar Isaac.
They could have CGI'd that.
I mean, come on, Oscar Isaac. I wish he was my dad, Daddy Oscar Isaac. I mean, man, that dude. Woo!
Whoa. I mean, Oscar Isaac, you know, again, he didn't have a big role in this one either, and it's like,
but he had a pivotal role.
A pivotal role, yeah. But I mean, actually, if you think about it, Zendaya's character is pivotal.
Yeah, pivotal because, dude, this movie, yo.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I didn't understand why fans were getting upset. You know, but aside from that, overall, yes, I did love the movie. It was really awesome. I would, if I have a chance, I would definitely go watch it in theaters for sure. Just for the visuals and the sound effects.
Yeah.
But if you have a really good surround sound at your home, definitely give this a good, you know, a go. If you decide like it's not for me, I'm not gonna force you to be like, no, you have to watch it. Like,
no. Like, you know, I think this is one of those movies like, you know, either you like it or you don't.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, fine. Like, don't force yourself to it.
You know, you're interested or you're not. You know, whatever.
Like for me, this is my bread and butter. Like, this is what I like. This is what I'm hoping it was gonna be, and it was everything that I wanted to be. And I loved it so much. Like, I just cannot express how much I love this movie.
I will say that my two favorite characters were Stalin Skarsgård and David
Dasmalchian, which they played the Harkonnen. They were the Harkonnens. Yeah. And then also too, like, I mean, like, spoilers. I mean, like, Dave Bautista's in this movie. Not in it a lot, but he's in it. We don't see him die. Josh Brolin's in it. He's not in a lot. We don't see him die.
And I want to say maybe Dave Bautista was probably just as in it as long as Zendaya's character was.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just like, why are people complaining? You know, like, just relax.
But again, these characters, as pivotal as they were, are probably going to be a big impact on part 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
definitely.
Just think about it, guys. This was just the introduction to what could be a good, you know.
And then she has that amazing. Again, she was the first character you see in this movie because it starts off with a dream. And he sees her. The first person you see is Zendaya. The last voice you hear in this movie is Zendaya, and she says, "This is only the beginning." I'm like, "Oh yes!" Like, I love that so much. Like, I was so hyped. You know, in this movie ends, people were like, "No, that's it. What? They hyped me up so much just to end it." Like, yes, that's the fun of it. Like, her line, "This is just the beginning," is not only telling that to Paul, but telling it to you. And it's just like, this is just the beginning. This movie was amazing. This is just the beginning. We're going to get another one, man. Like, I cannot wait. I love this movie. 5 out of 5. So far right now, favorite movie of the year. We'll see when Spider-Man and Eternals, you know. We'll see. But
I wouldn't say this is my movie of the year. Again, yeah, like you said, we still got Eternals and Spider-Man. But so far, I think the best movie that I've seen that I still can't get enough of is Cruella.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I'm sorry, but yeah. I'm just gonna go with that.
Yeah,
because that again, that was another one that just came out of nowhere. People were real skeptical of it, and then ended up being like an amazing story, amazing movie, visuals, everything all around was so awesome. Emma Stone did a really good job. Everybody else in the movie did a really good job as well.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I mean, I think that's it. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Again, if you guys ever have an opportunity, I know they don't sell these breweries in stores, so if you ever make out to Houston, Texas, and there's plenty of breweries to visit, but Eureka Heights, if you love Star Wars, you visit that brewery. It's a Trappist, and that's No Moooooon.
That's No Moooooon.
Both delicious beers. Again, we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, on the Anchor app. You can find us on YouTube. We really appreciate it if you guys would share with your fellow, nerds, your fellow beer drinkers. We really appreciate it to get those numbers up. It really help us out a lot. But either way, we're gonna be continuing doing this stuff. But yeah, man. I mean, just check out Dune. Hope you guys are excited for all the trailers.
I'll be excited for all the Star Wars stuff coming up.
Yeah.
I know we were.
Yeah.
Talked heavily on that.
So I guess that's it, man. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, guys, be safe.